Okay guys, today is the day. Welcome back to Tomatoes, Poppies, and Everything Gardening. I'm going to treat all of my houseplants for fungus gnats, including my beautiful indoor dwarf tomato plant. Before we get started, while I'm letting the bits soak in some water, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut this just to be on the safe side. This stuff is supposed to be safe for garden plants, people and pets. But to be on the super safe side, I want to go ahead and cut that tomato since it has started to blush and it can continue fully developing to the right color on my windowsill. So there are the ingredients. It's 4 tablespoons per gallon of water. I've got 2 gallons here of lukewarm water, and I put in about 4.5 tablespoons per gallon here. And then you want to let them soak about 30 minutes. Need 1 more tablespoon in here. You can see what the bits look like. The BTI, I think it's BTI, it is actually impregnated into the little corn bits. I think those are little corn bits. So it's not the bits you want, it's the solution that's on them. So we're going to soak 30 minutes and start treating all the indoor plants. And there was something else I was going to say, but I can't remember. I will here in just a minute, though, I'm sure. I just remembered what I wanted to say. The BT in this is not the same BT that you would use for your squash plants. This is, I guess, a cousin, relative. I don't know. I'm not an expert, but just from the reading I've done on this, this is BTI, which is also a naturally occurring bacteria found in the soil, similarly to BT, but this actually treats fungus gnats, mosquitoes, etc. The BT that you would use for your squash vine borers is not the same, and it will not treat fungus gnats. So I wanted to show you guys. I went ahead and cut that tomato. It's a pretty one. It looks great. I cannot wait for it to ripen and eat it. So, okay, I'm going to get started here with all this treatment of our fungus gnats. So this tomato plant was really dry, so I gave him a really long, good drink. I would say maybe half a gallon of water, and it's been soaking for maybe 20-30-ish minutes, just like my mosquito bits. I did trim this plant just a little, cut off what hopefully will be suckers, and this one actually did root. This was in the last video about my indoor tomato plant, and it is rooted. I tried to pull it up and it's definitely rooted. So hopefully he will continue to grow. And then these guys, I'm going to put in a little cup of water and hope that I will get some roots, and then I'll plant them into another container. Okay, the mixture is ready. It has soaked for at least 30 minutes because I got distracted and busy doing something else. I went ahead and brought a couple little friends to sit here and get water. Like, they both got a really nice drink. This is a marmalade plant, and they're just waiting their turn. But we're going to work on the tomato first. So if I had been smart, I would have put the bits in a fine mesh baggie like this, and I knew I had been saving this for something, and this is going to work perfect. So I'm going to skim the bits, the mosquito bits, off the top as I pour into my big pot here, and then that way I'll have the bits that I can soak later to make more fungus gnat treatment. Like I said, if I had read the directions, I would have used this mesh bag from the beginning. So I am just saturating the soil with my mixture, and I'm going to let it sit just a bit, just soak up down at the bottom too. Okay, I'm on to plant number 2. This is my dwarf pomegranate tree, which is just a cute little house plant, really. He has had a very long soak in some plain water, and now I'm going to soak him in the treated mosquito bit water. As you can see, I did make a little mesh bag with the bits to soak in the water as well. This is the water that was in the gallon water container that I treated with 4.5 tablespoons of the bits. And now I am just going to cover, just like I did with the tomato, the soil, and then let it sit here. Probably I'll let him sit about 20 minutes, and then I will show you where he will go to sit after that and rest. I have a potting pad. I'm so glad I bought these. They are really, really wonderful. There's the tomato plant. He is just sitting here to run off any extra water / mosquito bit treatment. Actually, look at this, guys. Those are fungus gnats. They're trying to escape. I believe this kills them on contact. Can't tell if they're dead and just floating or moving on their own. I don't know. Surely they will die. But anyway, so I'm going to let all my plants that have been treated sit here until they've mostly drained, and then put them back in their proper spot with some type of draining tray underneath. Sure, as you're soaking your pot for 20 plus minutes in the mixture, that the opening to the bottom of your pot is below the water line that you're soaking it in, so that the bottom of the pot will absorb some of this mixture as well, in addition to pouring some on the top. Your plant will soak it up from the bottom. Once your plant has stopped draining, be sure to take a cloth and a bleach solution and wipe the bottom of your pot really well, just to make sure after soaking for so long there's no issue with mold growth underneath the pot once you put it back into place. Alright guys, it is the next day. I have been working on these plants for over 24 hours, around the clock basically. I didn't go to bed till almost 5 a.m. That tells me I have too many plants, and my family would agree, and hopefully they don't hear me say that. But you can see my nugget bag has grown exponentially. So I have made probably about 5+ gallons, maybe more, to get everyone treated. This is my last small plant to get done. I do have a big planter that has dragon fruit in it, and I'm going to treat it the same way I did the aloe. I'm just going to sprinkle some of the bits on top and water it in with some of the water that's already been soaked in the bits, and hopefully that will help. So I'll give y'all an update in a couple weeks. The material on the packaging does recommend treating their method, which isn't as detailed as mine and as time consuming, I think once a week for 3 weeks. So I will give you an update in maybe like 3 weeks. So talk to you soon. Bye.